that was also a reason why I wanted to come to you, because when I found you like the first time, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, what does he do? Lean meals?
Batman.
Yeah, like gym. He's a gym. So you do a lot of things. Yeah. So what was the first thing you did? Like when you wanted to do a business? So what was your idea, or what was your goal?
Honestly, like the first thing that I did was focus on building myself, my own personal brand. Like. And I realized really quickly on Instagram, because that's where I first started. So that's where I first started on Instagram. So years ago, when Instagram first started. So
2012.
Yeah, about 2012. Yeah. I was like one of the first people. I remember telling my buddies like, "You need to get this app, They're like, "That shit's stupid. They're all on Facebook, right? Instagram's stupid." I'm like, "No, I get it. Trust me. Follow me." And they're all like using it just to use filters. And my buddies joke about it now. But what happened was, I was like, okay, I want to do this thing. I want to get popular. I always want to get popular on here.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to, because I remember being young, reading like articles about how Twitter and people are going to make money on Twitter. And I was like 16 at the time when it first came out, or 15, turning 16. And I always was like, damn, I want to be able to make money online. Like that sounds so cool. And the real reason is because I was a big nerd. I used to play a bunch of video games. I wanted to be able to stay at home, play video games, and make money online.
Okay.
So that was, so like I didn't know that.
Sounds familiar.
That's the truth. So I'm like, okay, how do I didn't know how to do it, right? So I just start like trying to figure out every new app, everything that was coming out, like what's the next thing? I'm on every app. I have every app even if I don't even use it. Instagram came out, same thing. God, I was like, this is cool, I like this. I didn't really know how to use it at first. And I knew I wanted to build myself, my own personal brand. So I think actually on Instagram, I was one of the first people in the fitness industry to get like 10,000 subscribers. 10,000 on the thing. So I was like, man. And then I was like one of the very first people to start doing this whole online coaching thing. And once I started doing the online coaching thing, that's when everything kind of started to skyrocket. Like I was, at the time before then, I was broke, had no money, dropped out of school, had a girlfriend. I fucked my whole life because I was trying to make everything right for that girl. And it taught me a lot about myself. So where I was like mentally was in like a state of like, I kind of felt screwed over, right? And then I was very like, I need to do this for me. So everything I was doing then was like, let me better myself. Because I can't focus on bettering other people. Because the reality is, you can only change yourself. You can only better yourself. So Instagram, I just started going hard on it every day. Like it was a thing that I was like, I'm gonna do this every day. I'm gonna be on it every day. I'm gonna try and motivate people. I'm gonna try and help people with their lives. And that's all I did. And then just from there, it just necessarily blew up. It just grew. It grew. And it never just went like boom. It just took time. And one time someone was like, yo, your shit's huge. And I'm like, oh, that's dope. You know, so first thing I did was focusing on building myself.
Your brand, Bradley Martyn, as a person, as an online trainer.
Being fit, I wouldn't like to, so yeah, I called myself an online trainer, but I wouldn't want to say like I was trying to build myself as an online trainer, just more as a person that people could relate to, that they could find inspiration in. So the coaching thing, whatever, that's cool, and I still do that, but that's not, I don't do that like, it was never, and that's the thing that's really important, and I want you guys to get this, if you guys are understanding what I'm saying is, don't do things because of money. I've had so many people come up to me in the beginning, and even still, oh, hey, you make a bunch of money doing that stuff, like, I want to do that. If that's your only reason for doing something, especially in a situation like fitness, you're doing more harm than good to these people, because if your goal is like, I just want to get money, that's all you're focused on. And the reality is, if you don't focus on money, and you focus on helping better other people, you're gonna make money.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out for your clients, and also not for you, because if your goal is not like to help people, you know, like the real benefit of your customers, you're never gonna get big, because there's no way. Yeah,
you're more concerned with flipping them over again. There's so many people out there like that, man. So it's like,
sabotage yourself.
I just focused on bettering other people. Like we talked about earlier about the whole like why I'm doing things, and that's all it's about.
Inspiration, man. Role model, and also I think maybe you can give me a ride on this. Is like sometimes I have problems because I'm not as big as you, obviously, not also as a body, also on Instagram, I'm not as big, but when, you know, I have like 100K on Instagram right now, and this is like a number, you know, I have 150,000 on YouTube, I see this number, but as soon as you get in touch with those people, you know, really feel them. I saw your video a few weeks ago about your meetup, and I saw so much gratitude in your like also in your body language, because you saw those people you touched, you know, you gave them hands, and that's the reason. That's the first thing when I realized back in FIBO, you know, it's like the Body Expo in Germany, 2013, were the first people that came to me and they looked up to me. Hey man, you helped me, you know, you changed my life. I receiving emails from guys, they had cancer and and change their lives. And I think if you see that it's not only a number, it's real life, you know?
Yeah, people's lives. Because
Yeah,
the reality
man.
is this: I've been a trainer my whole life, pretty much. Like since I was like turning 16, turning 17, I was a trainer, right? I realized that if I focused on money and not bettering someone, like if I'm more concerned with the bottom line and not helping someone, what's going to happen to that person, right? Let's say a lady, she wanted to drop 20 pounds. Let's say she was obese or overweight, or she had like heart conditions or cholesterol level, something was messed up. Let's say I'm more focused on getting money from her than helping her. Then what that's going to do is she may have had 2 other situations with another trainers like the same way. Yeah. And she gets demotivated. Yeah. Now she's like, this is not working. I hired that guy, spent money, it's not working. I hired that guy, because all they're concerned with is money. Right? She's spending money, she's spending money, she's spending money. At some point, this person is going to get completely demotivated and say, fuck this, and stop doing it. Let's say she has kids. Let's say 10 years down the line. I know it sounds crazy. It's like most people don't think like that. Yeah. I think like, let's say 10 years down the line, I just took the lady's money 10 years ago. She said, fuck fitness, I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah. She dies in 10 years, her kid goes up without a mom. Yeah. You know? People don't think like that. People think, right now, today, I want my money. Yeah. You gotta understand, like, everybody else has a whole life. And if you're not, like, I'm not saying you gotta, like, change everything you do to better other people, but focus on, like, whatever you're doing, why you're doing it, not just what you're getting. Yeah. Most people think about what they're getting, and I think about why they're doing it.
You get you're getting automatically back if you give. That's what I learned, because I also there was some times I was a little bit egoistic, you know, but I found out that when you give, automatically you're gonna get back. Absolutely. And if you're a woman, like if you help this woman, 10 years later she has a son, and this son starts with fitness, you know, maybe he comes back to you someday.
He's the next Arnold, maybe he's the next Arnold.
Yeah, and he comes back to you know, because it's the whole industry. And that's also a part when I want to ask is, like, this industry, like fitness, do you think there's still some potential to grow right now? Because it's already, I mean, in America, you're already, I think you're 3 years in advance to Europe, but still it's already big. Do you think it can get any bigger?
I think the fitness industry can get bigger? Absolutely.
Yeah, still.
The fitness industry is still a baby. Yeah. Which is why there's so many people who take advantage of people, supplement companies, people who are coaches, all these people who take advantage of people, because most people don't know any better. So that's how you know it's small. Because like most people, like I don't know, what kind of industries can I compare it to that are known? Like let's go. This is silly, but let's go for like insurance companies. Like most people, you can understand like to get a price for insurance. You know what most prices will be based on whatever. Yeah. Fitness is like people just make shit up. They're like, because no one else knows better. You can't go to a company and be like, oh, I can't be an insurance company, like, all right, $700 a month, but it's like, wait, normally like all these other companies that are also gigantic companies, $200, $100, you know? So you can't just go and make shit up. People in the fitness industry make shit up.
They make new problems. They don't even exist.
Because people who want to learn about it know so little. And I'm not saying like they need to know more, right? Because it's understandable. I don't expect someone who hasn't done fitness their whole life, like I have to know what I know. That makes no sense. But someone so they're new coming in, and someone who like looks like they work out, they just take advantage of these people because they know just a little bit more, and the people look at them like they must know a ton because they look like this. When the reality is they may not know a ton, right? So it's just like people take advantage of people in this industry, and it's because it's small. So there is a ton of room for growth, to answer your question. And I hope that someday like people can focus on like the why they're doing things, why they're helping someone, why they're coaching someone, why they're selling someone a supplement or a protein bar or protein, whatever, focusing on how it's going to help them instead of like, let me just cash a check. There's so many companies out there, companies that are popular on Instagram, all this stuff. It's about money and not about why they're helping people. So to wrap that up, man, like I really believe that if you do anything, do it to help people, not just to make money. The money will come
automatically.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, that's. I mean, you heard it, guys. It's what I usually tell on my channel as well. Like, I have just like one last question, because I like to just know about how it is here. Because with success, there's also comes some hate. You know, some people they don't like that you get successful, or they how do you say that? They don't like. There's a word for it. Missgunst.
It doesn't exist in English, that's the thing. It only exists in German.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a very German trait.
It's a special word. So do you have like people, they try to pull you down, or they hated on you on your way to success? And how did you deal with it?
Do I have people like that? I think,
because you're a humble guy, you know. There's few people, I think, it depends how...
That's loud.
Okay.
Yeah,
because there's people, they polarize, you know. there's like people they polarize really bad, so they have a lot of fans, but also a lot of haters. For example, an example from now is like the guy Vegan Games. I don't know if you know him.
I've heard of him.
He's like polarizing big. He has a lot of people that hate him, but also a lot of people that like him. But I think you're so humble that there's not a lot of people who can hate, but maybe you still have some experiences.
I mean, I've been in situations with certain people or certain companies that they may not like you so much because you speak the truth.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times it's hard to be told the truth especially if you're the one who, if you know you're not being 100% your truth.
Yeah.
That you don't want someone to come like tell other people like, oh, they're phony. Like, and even though they know it, they're never people don't want to be called out on things. So I think there's been situations in my life where like I may look like that guy who's like calling people out. And like I know Vegan Games, that's what he does. He calls people out.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool. Like fuck it. Like the reality is, if someone lets that affect them and really really bother them, why? Why are they doing that? There's a reason.
Yeah.
So it's like, if someone wants to throw hate on you, throw shade on you, and like everyone, I've dealt with it. Everyone deals with it. Even if they're not even if they're not like big popular people or whatever, everyone on the day-to-day deal with stuff like that. The reality is like, it doesn't fucking matter. If you let it affect you, you let it affect you. No, like that guy can't be like, this is affecting you. I'm affecting you. I'm shooting like effect ray. Like I'm making you feel. You can't do that. You can only say, okay, that person. Like unless you hit me.
Yeah.
Then you affected me, right? But if I'm saying words to you and
Yeah.
I'm letting it get in my heart or stew me, make me mad, I'm letting that happen.
Yeah.
So I've just realized that like,
It's your decision.
fuck it, I don't care. You can say whatever you want about me, that's fine. I still know what I want in my life. I still know what I want to do. I still know that I want to help people, and I sleep happy at night. And I know what my motives are, and I sleep happy at night. And that's it.
Yeah.
So, fuck it.
Would you say that as soon as it affects you and you think on those people they don't like you, that you send them some energy, and that's never good, you know? Do you believe in that? Also, it's also a little bit like law of attraction, that you can focus your energy on negative things or on positive
Absolutely,
things.
I think energy rules the world, man.
Yeah.
I think if you let it affect you,
it's
going to affect everything else
Yeah.
you're doing.
Yeah.
So whether it be business, relations, it's going to affect everything.
Everything, huh?
So the minute you can just like block it out and realize that you are in control of how you feel all the time.
Awesome.
Unless someone like hits you in the head with a bat, like
Yeah.
you can't.
Like
It didn't hit me in the
physically
head. You know, physical is different, but
Yeah.
emotional, like words and stuff, you let it go.
Did you ever got into a fight?
Of course I will. Of course.
As we were young.
Not at this. Okay, once. I don't want to talk about this on camera. Not at my size now today. But like
Obviously.
You know, like 2-3 years ago when I was still stronger and
Yeah.
bigger, but like I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, cool. No, that's it. I mean, we have a lot of cool informations out there.
Absolutely, man.
And it's like, I can agree to about 99% of what you told, you know? It's like, I have the same experiences, and also like, it's funny how, even if we have a whole other like country where we live with, successful people always have like, they go in the same direction, you know?
Absolutely.
And that's why what I really want, that also the people here, they're gonna look, also my German followers, I hope you understand the videos, like just try to focus on yourself and make yourself better, you know? And
Absolutely.
and everything, all the other things gonna follow automatically.
Absolutely.
Read a lot of books, self-education, do a lot of stuff for you, try to help others, you're gonna get appreciation back. Let's get better together. Hey man, I really appreciate the time.
Thank you, bro.
And we're gonna see us soon again.
Absolutely, I'm gonna take a trip out there for sure.
And a trip to Zurich. Und ja, an dieser Stelle, das war's jetzt Leute, nochmal kurz auf Deutsch. Kleines Off-Topic-Video, ich hoffe es hat euch wieder gefallen. Und wir sind jetzt auch wirklich durch hier. Ich muss jetzt was Kleines essen, habe den ganzen Tag nichts gegessen. Habe mich ordentlich auch im Workout gekillt. Und ja, wenn ihr weitere Videos mit Bradley sehen wollt, if they want to see more videos with Bradley, you're gonna have to hit the thumbs up so he can see it. And we're gonna collab maybe pretty soon again, because he's really a cool guy, humble guy, can confirm that right now.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
So, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen, Leute. Und bis zum nächsten Mal.
It's good. This is good. You got it good.
Peace
Hey.
out.